Hello and welcome to this video about working with the CycleCloud user interface. My name is Christoph and I'm solution consultant at the UberCloud. In this video, you will see how to start and stop your cloud desktop. You will see how to extract information about costs and networking, and you will see how to monitor metrics and status information of your cloud desktop. Now, let us dive into the demo. First, open your CycleCloud link in a browser, then enter your username. This username might be different from the username of your cloud desktop. In my case, it's Christoph. Then enter your password and click Login. Soon after this, the CycleCloud login screen will appear. On the left side, you get an overview of all the available clusters. In our case, we can see 2 clusters, and after each cluster name, you can see in brackets the number of nodes that are in these clusters. So we have 2 clusters with only 1 node. The reason for this is that this video should give you an overview of how CycleCloud looks for a normal CycleCloud user, not for a CycleCloud admin. In the CycleCloud user configuration, you can only see your cloud desktops. You cannot see the clusters with the compute nodes. I will explain more in detail all of these elements here, but first of all, I will show you the 2 most important operations that you can do with CycleCloud, and this is to start and to stop your cloud desktop. To do this, I will click on one of the clusters. Then I will go to this table. Here you will find a list of all the nodes. In our case, there's only 1 node, our cloud desktop named GUI. I will click this row in the table. Then I go to Actions. You will see 4 options. The add and remove options won't have any effect since you are not a CycleCloud admin. You can start and shut down your clusters with start or shut down. I will now start the cluster. I will enter OK. And you might notice that the status bar that we've seen before changed its color from gray to a bluish color. A bluish color indicates that currently this node is going to be booted up. So we have to wait a bit until it's booted up, and then we will see that the status bar also changes to green. I will wait this time and make a cut in the video and come back when the node is booted up. After a couple of minutes, our node has booted up, and you can see now that its status bar is shown in green. I will immediately shut down this node again because starting and stopping your cloud desktop are the 2 most fundamental things that you will do in CycleCloud. We won't need the cloud desktop up and running for the rest of the video, so I can immediately shut it down. For this, I will click the line again, go to Actions, and click Shutdown. I will confirm the shutdown by clicking on this button. And now you will see that the status bar changes from green to red. It will take a couple of minutes for the node to shut down properly, and then the status bar will be shown in gray again. I will make a cut again and then come back to you. Now you've seen that the status bar has gone back to gray again. That means that our node has shut down again. After having seen how to start and shut down your cloud desktop, now let us investigate the other GUI elements of this CycleCloud login page a bit further. On top of the table with the nodes, you will see some general information about the cluster. In this general information, the line usage provides the most helpful information because it will also give you an overview of the costs that were estimated for the last 24 hours. For this internal environment, no costs are produced, but this will most likely be different for your environment. So you can use this line as the first estimate for the costs that you have produced in the last 24 hours. Then, going back to the table, after you have clicked one of the nodes in this table, like here the GUI node, a second table will appear, and this table will give you further information about the selected nodes. I can go to this row and give it a double click, and a little window will appear that gives us more detailed information about this particular node. Here, especially, the network information can be helpful for you because they provide the public IP as well as the private IP or the private name to you. Then you can also use this table to monitor your activities. When I click on Monitor, you will see information about the CPU usage, the disk bandwidth, and the network transfer rate in the last time. You can also go in this plot, use your scroll wheel, or use your mouse to go to different times. On the right side, you will see a further plot that gives you further metrics information. In the case of a cluster with only one node, the default settings are not the best to see information about this cluster, but you can adjust these values. Especially, you can adjust the machine type value, for example, to the machine state. And here we can see now that we have turned on our node and turned it off in the last time. This one is what happened during the video. You can also change the view to cores instead of instances. Just feel free to have a look at these things and play around with this to make this graph more distinctive for you. Below the graph, you furthermore have a message window. This window will show you what is happening in your node. For example, you can see here that we started our node, that it was started successfully, and that we deallocated again afterwards. Furthermore, you have little icons next to these messages that indicate the status of the action. A blue eye indicates that everything works fine. However, when we scroll down, we will also find a message where we have a red exclamation mark. This means that in the past some error occurred. As a recap of this video, you can see here two screenshots that show again how to start and to stop your cloud desktops.